Hi Manasi, Daphne here. Well done powering through this. Can you remind me when your exam is? I remember you saying March, but I don't remember the date. I've given you a little exercise to do, or a page to look at really on articles. It is a really difficult area, very hard. I mean, just think of also whether you're talking about something in general or something specific. That's quite a good guideline, but the exercises in the page I hope will be helpful for you. So in many countries, people are living in a throwaway society where things are used for a short time and thrown away. What are the causes of this and what problems does it lead to? Okay, so we've got this clear layout that we could be having of problems here and solutions here. Around the world, many people are adopting a use and throw culture, okay, as many objects are discarded before their complete usage. The high cost of repair and loss of resale value could be probable reasons, absolutely. Consequently, this leads to, I would, just to mix up the tenses, I would go say this has led to various environmental issues which are difficult to tackle. Good. So that's a lovely start, really interesting, giving me some reasons already, which is great. So has led to, present perfect in there, just to add a bit of variety to the tenses. One of the main reasons for discarding things could be the inability to restore it. As expert people are required to repair mobile, yes, to restore it. So one would use repair, but you don't want to repeat, which is brilliant, to full working order. You could put in here. As experts are required to repair mobiles, computers, or TVs. Many times people, right, rather than many times, just use often. We wouldn't really say many times. You could say I've done it many times, but you wouldn't really use many times like that. So people, you could have it in so consumers, because we're talking about really consuming. Consumers often fail to find them, the experts, or the repair works become more expensive. Here you're comparing more expensive than the actual item cost. Absolutely. Actually, you could have original. Or no, actual item cost. In this case, throwing is preferred. So you'd have to go throwing away. Otherwise, it could be throwing it across the room, which would not be what you want to do. So throwing away or discarding. Sorry, discarding. Oh. Sorry, what's happening there? Whoops. Discarding is preferred, so in these little words, frequently preferred over discarding. Okay, now these little words here, frequently, and as I put in here, often, really, really important. Remember those, try and use those as often as you can. So you've got often, frequently, sometimes, occasionally, really, really good words which help in the academic style. Okay, they modify kind of quite big sentences and make them more academic, and they flow better. So in terms of the cohesion and the coherence, so the sort of style of the whole thing, that would be noticed and that would score nicely. It was published in the recent New York Times that I don't really like starting a sentence with it. I think you have to go. I know you want to get a passive in there, which is lovely. All right. If you do it that way, I really appreciate that you're showing the grammar. So move this into here, make this into an adverb. Because it's not the New York Times that was recent, it was the publication that was recent. So it was published in the New York Times recently that Americans are discarding thousands of refrigerators every day as new ones are cheaper than repairing. Okay, brilliant. Than repairing old ones. Okay. No, go cheaper than the repairs. Sorry, you're making me think today because this is really good. New ones are cheaper than the repairs. You'd have to be either repairing it or here, repairs like a noun. Additionally, some objects like clothes or furniture lose their value and it might get harder to find a buyer. Although in these situations, things... I don't think you need that because you've already said, additionally, some objects. Now, there you don't need the objects. You're talking objects in general. So some objects in general, clothes or furniture, lose their value. Might be harder to find a buyer. Keep going. So these may also be abandoned. Abandoned, disposed of. Yeah, something like that. Abandoned or disposed of. Okay, really nice paragraph. Very good, very clear there. So now we're going into the problems. This approach could burden the recycling facilities as they need to deal with a huge amount of metallic waste resulting from all the... Right, recycling facilities. Relative clause here. Start with who. Who are charged with, that means their job, charged with dealing with, so charged with, sorting, sorting and with, and then the huge amounts of waste, because you're talking specific amounts. So it's the specific waste that's come from these. What am I going into here? The point of this correction is the relative clause. So rather than as they need to, which is fine, but using the relative clause here, burden recycling facilities, who, that's the facilities, are charged with. So there we've got a really nice passive in there with that dependent preposition, charged with something, and dealing with the huge amount of metallic waste resulting, that has to be an ing, from all the devices on an everyday basis. Some waste products are buried underground. Some of these waste products, so you can use again the pronoun to refer back to these computers, are buried underground or thrown in oceans, resulting in harmful. Yep. Moreover, when new furniture, clothes, or any other products are produced, raw materials are required, which are good, obtained from trees and other natural resources. Okay, you could have more raw materials because you're really making this idea of more. This would be detrimental. Yeah, this is. Yeah. So you could have here experts already state this state how this is, that's quite nice, how this is detrimental to the ecosystems. Most of the time, demand exceeds supply. However, if people choose donating or restoring things over throwing, this problem would be mitigated. Lovely. Now, you've got really nice work on the conditional. Fantastic, including that. But I would go for a classic second conditional. If they chose donating or restoring, it would be mitigated. You've mixed it, a 1 and a 2, which is okay, it still works. But just because it's an exam, I would want to make sure the examiner knew I knew what I was doing. And so I go for the straightforward second conditional past tense there. If they chose donating or restoring things over throwing, then this problem would be mitigated. Lovely. That works so well there, doesn't it? In conclusion, people might discard, as repair facilities are not available or things have lost resale value, but this could harm the environment. Well done. Yeah. Another way of doing that final sentence is to use although discarding objects or items although discarding items because of a lack of repair facilities has become frequent. yeah, the damage done to the environment is irreparable. Oh, my spelling today, sorry, is irreparable, okay? Because it has become more frequent, the damage on the environment is irreparable, yeah? And then, so it's just a different way of doing it. I have changed the meaning slightly, I didn't mean to, but this is absolutely fine. So you've got one sentence here and then you've got the but as contrasting. You could do it a different way, start with although. Which is also quite a nice way to do it. But really, really good work there. That is a super essay. I mean, this is really, really falling into place so nicely. The coherence is excellent. The absolutely answering the questions. Yes, one causes. Yes, one problems of it. You've avoided repeating the vocabulary too much. Difficult to not repeat throwing away, but you've done a really, really good job there. Well done. And I really like how you're incorporating this grammar and making it sound natural. Excellent. So your family's moving to a new city. Write a letter to incorporate a rental house. Okay, dear Mr. Jones, and we've got yours sincerely. Lovely. While searching for a house, I came across your real estate agency and therefore I'm requesting your assistance. You don't need to repeat I. Requesting your assistance in finding a rental property in Texas State. At would be at the station, at the park. Yeah, in is for a place here. So in, as my family's moving there soon. My new job is starting on. Just use the present simple for the future here. My new job starts. It's the same as the train leaves on Saturday. It's in the future, but I'm just still going to use the present simple there. And therefore we must move in the month of May. We would like to be there anytime. Yeah, I prefer Irving as I have some friends living there, and also this area is located close to shopping centres and gardens. If you cannot find, we can also check, yeah, which is 10 minutes away. Lovely. I'm looking for a house with at least 3 beds to have kids and modern kitchen. And now here, a modern kitchen. The modern kitchen is, I saw the house and I loved the modern kitchen, specific. Here, a modern kitchen would be appreciated. I definitely use would, it's hypothetical. Would be appreciated, which is also upgraded, yes. You might say there, complete with all the modern appliances. Okay, so complete with rather than which with, which just seems a bit long. We might not consider a property. Yeah, unless, okay, good. In addition, please, yeah, in addition, okay, yep, or storage is a high priority for me. For me, maybe an exclamation mark, something like that. Truly appreciate your assistance. Lovely. Very good. And look forward to hearing from you. You could have, but you know what you're doing there. Absolutely fine. Reads really well. Great work. Keep on going. Well done.